Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, and a while back we had a great video. We went over things we would never do again in Walt Disney World, and we got so many awesome comments from you guys telling us what you'd never do again in Disney World, and we thought that was great, and we think it's going to be really helpful to our other viewers, so we wanted to put your comments and your thoughts into a video as well. So here are what our viewers and subscribers and DFB supporters will never do again in Walt Disney World. Let's get started. So some of you have decided you will never go to Disney World again during certain times of the year. Mike Morales said he would never go anytime during the summer, never ever, even if he wins a trip. And Holly Lynn said, we just got back from a 3-week stay. It was so wet, wettest May on record, she said, and she will not go in the spring again because of all of that rain. She said definitely next time we'll go in January, February, or early March. It was really rainy May though. That's not normal. So some of you will never stay off property again. You've decided that you want to be in an on-property hotel, which basically means that you're going to be in a Disney-owned hotel on Disney World property. Eric G said, I'll never not stay on property again. The experience of staying at a Disney resort versus not being on property is night and day. Being on property is well worth the extra cost. And a lot of people feel that way because you're closer to the parks. A lot of the hotels, you can actually walk to some of the parks as well. And you also get those amenities where you get access to extra magic hour. You're able to book your fast passes at 60 days instead of 30 days. And also you are able to utilize the park shipping back to your hotel. So if you purchase something in the parks, they can just send it right back to your hotel for you. You don't have to carry it around the rest of the day. Lots of little amenities and add-ons to staying in a Disney World hotel. Blarney said, never again will I stay off property, plan a trip a year in advance. The anticipation kills me, he says, or go with extended family. Getting around with my wife and 3 kids is hard enough. Trying to coordinate multiple groups of varying interests, mobility, and budget is not worth the trouble. That's a really good point. Some people are able to do those huge groups, those major family reunion vacations. Other people would much prefer to just go with a small group, their nuclear family, or even by themselves. A lot of people go solo to Disney World because that's the easiest way for them to do it. It's a really good point. All right, now some of you will never ride these rides again. Moth Cult said, Mission Space Orange, never again. Probably said that is because Mission Space Orange can be very nausea-inducing. We're basically in a centrifuge for humans, and it spins you around, and it can make you very sick if you're not ready and prepared for that. So Mission Space Orange can be tough. You can also ride Mission Space Green, which they don't spin you around in the same way, so it's a little less nauseating. Connor Bakken said, the one thing I'll never do again, go on It's a Small World. It's an earworm for sure, Connor. You get that song in your head and it never leaves, right? Grace Colleen said, years ago on an e-ticket night, I rode Big Thunder Mountain about 5 times in a row. The last time I rode it, I think it was on steroids. Never again. Ditto Expedition Everest, never again. So she said, basically, those super fast, super thrill rides, those are not for Grace anymore. So you want to definitely pay attention to kind of the intensity factor for the rides you're considering going on. All right, some of you will never forget these crucial items. Bob M says, I will never forget to take a charger or battery pack for my phone. The My Disney Experience app is incredibly useful. Great point, Bob. We always travel with external chargers, battery packs. Disney actually has some fuel rod battery packs available that you can actually charge your phone and then trade it out for a fully charged fuel rod as well. So you kind of pay once and you can kind of keep trading it out for a fully charged one wherever you go. So that's a good little deal. They also have a few places around the parks where you can sit down and plug in your phones, but we always travel with external chargers for sure because the Wi-Fi and checking your My Disney Experience just really sucks your phone charge away. Here's a little tip that we had on another one of our videos. You can actually take photographs, take screenshots of your trip plans, so your fast passes, your dining reservations, etc., on My Disney Experience, and kind of make them your phone screen so that you can look at that without having to load the app every time. Kristen Paff says, I am never leaving my water bottle at the hotel again. Amen. Kristen was probably there during the summer or some really, really hot time in Orlando. You definitely need to stay hydrated. Linnell R. says, never go without an extra suitcase or extra space in your suitcase. You'll end up buying more souvenirs than you think. And if you're staying on property with kids, they usually end up with free toys from the pool games. So definitely think about having extra space in your suitcase or bringing maybe a duffel bag inside your suitcase that you can then fill with souvenirs if you end up buying them. And if not, it just folds up really small and you can stick it back in there. I personally tend to travel with very collapsible bags that kind of collapse on themselves. And so they're very, very small. So I only have to bring them out if I need them. Matthew McKay says, don't ever wear Vans with no-show socks. Blister Nation. And it's totally true. You are going to be walking miles and miles and miles at Disney World. You want to make sure that you have tried and tested your footwear and your socks and anything that's going to be on your feet. Make sure that you are all set, but bring along some moleskin just in case. Moleskin, Band-Aids, stuff like that. Those are really helpful when you do develop those blisters. Some of you will never make these planning mistakes again. Chemistry Talk with Dan says, I will never neglect using a travel agent when booking my trip. Doesn't matter if it's an independent agent or a Disney agent. They have access to deals that aren't exactly available to the public. Most of Disney's deals are available to the public, but sometimes they're very hidden. They don't want you to know about their discounts and deals, and so it's hard to find them once in a while. So 100% absolutely, we can always recommend working with a travel agent. We love Small World Vacations. We work with them all the time, and you can go check them out here and see why we recommend Small World Vacations. We think they're one of the best in the business. They are the best in the business as far as we're concerned. All right, Linnell R. actually took a stance that's opposite of ours in our What I'll Never Do Again in Disney World video. She says she would not spend the extra money on the Savannah View room at Animal Kingdom Lodge. She said most of the animals do not come out until early afternoon and go in at night. During that time, most people are not in their rooms, and you're better off saving money and going to the animal viewing areas. And we said in our video that we actually would always spend the extra money for the Savannah View rooms. So you see, it's definitely a give and take. Everybody's got a different opinion, so thanks for sharing yours, Linnell. Bob M says, my best trips have been with 2 or less people. I like to crush parks when I go to them, every ride and every show. I like to play all day and sleep less than 5 hours and do it all again. So if you are one of those Dumbo or die kind of park people, it's going to be hard to travel with a lot of family members or friends. You definitely sort of want to stick to 1 or 2 people for sure. So definitely plan your trip based on how many people are in your party. Dean Gould says, I will never again pay for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween or Christmas parties. It used to be a very special event that sold only a limited amount of tickets, but the last Mickey's Not So Scary event I attended was greeted with the Magic Kingdom filled to capacity. And that's a great point. I think definitely those parties, they've added more and more and more of those parties. The ones that happen towards the beginning of the season tend to be less crowded than the ones that happen at the end of the season. So you definitely want to prepare for that. Those parties can be a great deal if you are going to a party that's not sold out, and if you're going to a party a little bit earlier in the season. So there's a great tip for you to use if you're headed to one of those events. Other tips that we have 2 videos all about. One is all about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. One is all about Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party with all of our suggestions and tips and guides. Definitely don't waste time on a sit-down table service reservation while you're there. Use your time to ride rides and see characters that you wouldn't normally see. Alma Mogul says, for me, I wouldn't get Mickey and Minnie Ears at the end of the trip. I would buy them on the first day so you can wear them around and get use out of them. So Alma says, get your Minnie Ears, get your Mickey Ears right at the beginning of the trip so you can wear them the whole time. Because really, are you going to wear them at home? Probably not. And some of you will never go without us, DFB. Oh, we love you too. Thank you so much. Tammy Toohey says, I'm never going to go to Walt Disney World without taking my friends from DFB. Thank you for all the awesome info. We are going to Disney World in 2020 for the first time. Can hardly wait. And E-Rock says, I'll never not watch these tip videos before planning my next Disney trip. We appreciate that, you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us. That's awesome. It makes my day. We really, really try to provide the best possible information, valuable information for you so that you have the best trip you can. Hopefully, all of our viewers gave you some good tips today. Things they would never do again in Walt Disney World will help your planning for your next trip. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments as well, because we are going to grab them and turn them into more videos. We always read what you say. We always make use of the information you're giving to us. Thanks a lot. This is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.